Okay kids, in this section I want to point out how to use segments and filters. The first thing is that the filters that can be useful here, apart from the pause discussion, is to be very precise. It actually increases the likelihood of making mistakes in this topic if you want to perform an incorrect analysis. For example, I want to tell you, look kids, in filters, men, first of all, your headers are important. Well, when we want to apply filters, for example, I say we want to see those whose CTR is lower. I apply this filter for better analysis. Now, regarding the columns I talked about, I say those whose CTR is below 10% probably had a higher volume at the bottom of the page. Show me when I apply the next filter. Well, when I'm applying some filters, what I'm practically doing is saying to apply another filter on this data again. For example, I say those who are below 10% and their quality score is, for instance, less than this. No, smaller or larger like this. See on the left side, see their quality score is less than, for example, 7. And its impression is lost. For example, I'm saying, and see, I keep applying filters, its count decreases. I'm seeing these here, or you can say those that have conversions, you apply, their conversion is above. For example, 2, their conversion rate is above. For example, 1%. And at this time, for example, I'm talking about purchases. And again, keep in mind, for example, I'm saying its CTR is low, or I'm saying exactly the definition I just mentioned. Show me the one whose CTR is low. And its impression share is, for example, below 20%. Well, next to it, I say its impression share is smaller than, for example, 45%. For instance, I'm saying, well, I apply it. See, I'm applying these filters side by side, and then I can review them together to see what the reason was. For example, these have a quality score of 5. Their CTR is a percentage where I could get a good impression. Let's see, guys, this is something that can give you a good impression when I review its performance by placing the conversion next to it for this analysis. Well, the reason you can't see all the columns is because, my dear friend, the one you saw here, I had to click on the yellow ones to add the filters next to the column. I want to say, show me the conversion as well. Okay? Instead of estimating everything right now, I want to see the one that has a conversion. Well, first, the one that has a conversion is getting a low CTR, and I'm also getting its impression. It's important for me to see, so now that the conversion is set, let me take another look at my filter. I set the conversion, for example, I go to a higher level now, meaning because I'm looking at the whole thing, it keeps the same filter, so be careful, guys. And of course, I'm not looking at this good range because this is the range where the internet was cut off. And when I'm looking, naturally, the data isn't very accurate, so you need to be aware of this. Look, I'm checking the quality score now, and its history. It's not saying, okay, look, but I want to filter. They completely hit it. Conversion, hit. Or conversion rate. The conversion rate is more mysterious because it has 2 halves, telling you it's more logical for its conversion to be greater than 1. I start reviewing these now. And I also put a column for conversion rate. I say its CTR was this much, 2,290. Oh, its CBs are good, and its quality score is also not bad. If I fix this, it can give me a conversion purchase. Be careful. No, I'll go to the conversion. Let me check my campaign. What conversion is set for this primary? You need to look at this. Don't just randomly decide. Let's see. I'll organize it for this conversion and check again. Guys, filters help you with better analysis. I see your outliers on the side. Let's see, guys. The impressions were over 2,200. The CTR is 5. My efficiency is at 5. My efficiency is at 5/300ths. Now, in this layer, I might add estimates for myself. Well, my quality score might appear here. It might explode. You see, the impression is below 4,000. Well, my conversion is above 1. I'm practically trying to achieve something. the one that got a negative impact from its quality score? Well, these are affecting my quality score. Let's see. I'll show you. I'll go and fix its issue. Wherever I see it, I'll go and check my quality score. I'll filter out anything below 7. In layer 1, it has priority, and it addresses the eccentricities. I go and make sure I haven't overlooked anything. Look at my action figure. And I check my negatives and my keywords. And alongside that, I look at what queries are coming in. If there are irrelevant queries coming in, I remove them. I see them coming up. And when a query is unrelated to the keyword, it shows up, for example. If it says how to sew a tapestry, I don't want that to appear here. I want to have sales here in my store. So when I see that an irrelevant query has come in with, right? Then I discard those, and naturally my CTR goes higher. I review these to see which ones are better, and these filters help me to have a better analysis. There are various filters available, guys, in performance. You can see clicks side by side. It's very important for me to see if the conversion rate is good. For example, I see the one with a conversion rate of, let's say, high. Now, Hassan Balu has done a great job for me. Then there's another filter. Do you see? This is very important because a conversion rate above 1% is practically a good conversion rate in sales. Yeah, it means it's doing well in sales, I'm telling you. Okay, and I want to know what happens. I want to know this is valuable. This keyword, the keyword on which I can sell the product, I see it, I can do this. So I need to go and improve those aspects, meaning that filter. Why does it help us to do this? Mandy applies the filter. I move on to other data sets. This is actually about discussing filters with you, and you can work on it. They have this puzzle to see together, be easy. One of the segments that will be useful for your work and analysis, you can see, for example, tab versus others. Of course, your column is the tab impression rate, and I told you this story. Guys, when I say CTR, it's also because of this. It has an 8% rate. Look at it. This keyword is mine. When I hit tab and export, the gentleman asks what portion of this impression you got was on tab. What portion was on ad? Meaning it wasn't on tab, guys. This is suspicious. I go to see what our search terms are. This helps us understand what behavior to observe. And besides that, if my analysis is also that some are bad and so on, I shouldn't draw the right conclusion even in my top. Why? I come into my sessions without any filters, you see. In this time frame from 1962, I have to start mirroring my sessions. I might have many mistakes in this, but be aware, kids, when you look at the ad group level, I looked at the mistakes of this work at this point, and in that, I also type on the keyboard, and I select them, I hit my pattern. Practically this is filtering, buying my clothes, giving me embroidery. I look to see what things have come. I remove my negative. It helps you a lot, kids. You can get ready. Or I see the 500. I hit the filter here. And I'm going to see what things might actually be that I didn't want. Samsung, from the bottom of embroidery, from the top of embroidery. This is telling me to specify what I don't want, sir. The box is there, I have it, but it shouldn't come in this group, right? So what should I do to put these in their proper place? Yeah? I go and check it in its keyword, there in the box organizer. I move it higher so that those irrelevant traffics don't come here in the general category. And ultimately, the cleaner this becomes, the better quality score I have. My conversion rate is good, guys. The better I can improve and optimize this. It will definitely yield better results. Then I analyze a series. Well, my CTR is low, I should increase it. Guys, do this, the general broad is going up. That's why I went to check the search terms. The general broad is going up, boys. Well, the person who clicks on it doesn't go to the right place. So take a look at the keywords from the search terms. See if you have the keyword or not. What filter is useful for you here? I take it segment. What filter is useful for you? For example, suppose I saw the available box. I say, sir, show me the keyboards. That the box has a purpose. The box is inside it. When I press enter or press something else, it says this or that. Well, the box, for example, has an organizer box. Well, I apply it, continue. These are this or that or that. You see, The box has the box when I press that enter. I look and see, sir, here I have this 760. It's the same kid, this is loose, there's volume, but it's not a DVD. It's giving traffic to my clothing box tailoring. I look here to see if I have a conversion or not. I have 800 conversions, kid. This option is good, meaning I should fix the whole clash. It's not a scale. But then I should also check my conversion. Now, I might make a mistake myself in this. If you pay attention, I changed my primary conversion, but here the data hasn't changed yet. I need to be careful. I'm giving my box a conversion rate of 54. I'm giving 6, and the CTR is suspicious. Either I took it, or I should logically look at its systems. Well, look at the types of boxes. You see kids, the types of boxes, the market box, I have power, the work box, the tailoring box, the organic plastic box, empty box. Well, either I took my box into it, it's okay. I'll go and gradually prepare what I don't want in it. I look again at my keyboard. I see my box is at 62. Look, kids, when the box is coming in a lot, you should see the purchase of the box. I don't have the freeze box. If I were at this point, I would add the freeze box. In order to give a higher bid instead of the freeze box, everything is set. Now, alongside that, in the search themes, you can also add conversion here. Let's see. I want to organize which ones have given better conversions. Online purchase of the box. We can see the number of conversions is low. A single click has been made in the search themes. I'm seeing this, kids. These are very important. Now I can put a filter here. Now let's see, there's a system here, the one that chili cash, chili cash, chili cash, chili cash, chili cash. For example, above 100, like 50 to 40 pieces. I can do an analysis on it. A part of my filter skips a lot of clicks. Hold on, you'll see. My outfit is very embroidered. I organized its word and I told the kid, this is very embroidered. So if you can add this exact thing, well, in my keyword, I press Ctrl-C. I come to my keyword, I look here, C, it's very important. I come here and say, apply the filter. Edit it. See how I go deep into each other? I go into the analysis. You see I have one freeze. Okay, this is good. But guys, it has a big flaw. See why this one has drawn 10,000, this one has drawn less. I put this one higher, I put this one. Well, therefore, I would say, okay, I will increase this one to 8, or I will bring that one down. When I see that with CPC, it is getting good traffic, then my issue is that there was no need for me to raise this one. Guys, look, it's very important. I bring this one down to, for example, 6, my purchase of accessories. I bring it down, I bring it to 5. I bring it below this one, so that it becomes weaker in color than this one. But I take another look at the whole picture to see how it is capturing the rest of the keywords. I don't work randomly, because if I make this change, suddenly the bold drops, okay? And its conversion rate also suddenly falls, because it couldn't capture it elsewhere either. But I see in our field that this one gives the highest conversion rate. Well, look at what is above for a moment, guys. 2010, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17. The last group work was something like this, which was peachy and excellent. Well, you have to go fix this and then go to its keyword level. So guys, these segments, filters, and items that I have can be used like this. For example, I come here and hit this around. Look, the sequence is also talking to us, guys. Do you see this? Do you see? There, in week 600, I didn't do the right thing. I lowered this to let it catch. Its CTR is okay. I let it be okay to move forward. I try to just raise its quality score, guys. See the landing page experience average? I try to raise its quality score. This can give me a good conversion. You see, next to this, I also put its impression share in the columns to see what is happening. You also look at the profit at the keyboard level. You see, I think it's a different model. 93, right? So if I take this up, it doesn't matter. I can improve its quality score and get good results, get good convergence, meaning I'm practically getting the top of this precision. You have to analyze different models. This way, meaning for your keyboard, I am very community oriented. Everyone sees buying the workshop of this embroidery is great. Its product is also mine. If I were, I would hit its exact or freeze in my game to come and buy. I am using these words, important words, completely and well. This is it. Filters. I can teach you another segment as well. First, remove the filters so you don't get confused. One of the places that can segment for me, if you see it's not there, is to hit the loser and don't push. If you see the segment, for example, there is a device where you can see all the options. I want to know which device has given me a better conversion, apart from the fact that right now the keyboard, which is not very important. In the device, I can see what I can pull here. It's much easier. In the device, you just want to say, "Sir, which device has the keyboard been better on?" They want a lot of analysis, attraction, and they can't. I have this to the computer is here. Oh guys, you see there's something here that can tell me. Well, in general, of course, I look at this in the graph. Well, I see, sir. Now you see the keyboard, but overall I see, sir, the CTR is up here. It's getting around 7%. And I'm putting 50-50 sound. I come, sir, bit adjustment, for example, if I see this is repeating in the epidemic. Overall, I come and make bit adjustments overall on the computer. I adjust them if I see my conversion rate is not good, but I see that they are doing well, Mr. Akajani. The kids are hitting on the disc. Or fully in my team, it's better to see. We can only look at this in case of camping. Now in case of the keyboard, I see it like this. So I have to make a good investment in the kids' devices. So I can increase the search impression share. On the contrary, I act without adjustment. Even this is something we can help you with. This is very important. Alongside this, we have another segment. Clip type, which we are not working with right now. The nature of practice time provides you with a very good analysis. When I'm hitting the exact match, we need to work on it. Look, guys, my exact match for this keyword means that when it was exactly being searched, it hit a 44% CTR. You see? And ultimately, it's interesting that the conversion rate for your phrase match was better. This is one of the decisions that helps you to add this exact match to your phrase, right? But not in purchasing, in work. Okay? Here, the exact match fits the norm more. So I will add its exact match. Here, I see the phrase is working again, you see. This is a very interesting thing. It can provide you with a good analysis here because you know if you want to go into this matter, you want to add its phrase, or for example, it's not its exact match. I prefer the phrase for this, so I added its phrase. You see. It's giving me a hint, and I can work on it. This is one of the cool segments that exist, and it corrects your analysis in the extensions and call extension section. This is very important. The call extension identifies our issue. First of all, I don't have this call extension in it, but this is it. Now, I'm going to give you an analysis that can be interpreted as content. Suppose my site link is my call extension. It doesn't matter. Well, first of all, this is saying the total click impression. The total click impression is not on the site link. Well, the total click impression is not there. I have a segment. For example, I want to say this extension, for example, suppose, let me tell you, for its 3 types. For instance, I go and say, well, this extension is entirely the site link. I go to the same table. Sorry, I'm aware, for example, this same dear site link. Well, I have a site link extension. I know a series of site links. Now let's just see this here. See which one, for example, you see it a lot. I have a stretch in script. I apply a filter and say, please, just please give us our dear site link. For example, I'm saying this. I'm looking at it. Well, we have a filter here, guys, called click tile. This is essentially used for calculation. When we see click clue, we say, wow, exactly how many impressions it got, and indeed how many clicks it received. The point is, guys, when I come and specifically segment, click type brings a concept to life for me, guys. This click that you see here, well, this click and impression that you see here means that when this site link, when this collection, let's assume the collection was getting displayed, well, when this collection was getting displayed, I'm assuming. Along with the number of impressions, it has been able to get this number of clicks as well, naturally. Look at the headline impressions too. Here, I can even change the columns again. Also, let's look at it. I don't want its source. I'm saying impressions. Clicks, I don't want to bring its click cost unless I can analyze this correctly. I don't want its average CPC, nor do I want its CTR. I don't even need these two. Well, you know, to make a logical analysis, let's just hit these two and see. It says, sir, you see, naturally, if it were possible, this assumption of mine, which I assumed would have shown every call assumption here, but it wouldn't have a headline. Well, it can't be that this equals this. Well, the headline is your headline count. Well, similarly, with the site link, we have the same equality that I'm showing with this site link that displays. When I click from the segment, it has a click type saying what. When this site link is displayed, well, it's showing from its display with its number. What is the click type of this click? Was it on the number or the site link? Now, suppose it's a call extension. Don't make a mistake. The clicks that were on that call extension, it's showing them up here that the click wasn't on the call. Click wasn't there. So what is that click? Now, when I segment by click type, the clicks I'm seeing here are those that were on that extension. And then I come and add this up with... In fact, I also mentioned the call conversion. For example, the total call conversion was this much through Google Ads, which had an impact, and I'm seeing the effect of Google Ads. Therefore, if you want to see how many call extensions have actually been clicked, don't look at this upper layer. You segment it, and it says, sir, mobile click to call is exactly what it's saying for the call extension. The number of clicks to call you see means that I didn't click on it at all when we want to see this process. Well, I don't have the word call of station. That's why I said to look at it there with you. So I click on that segment type and see this here. This was one of the coolest segments. I told you about the filters. I explained how to edit them to you. I'll see you in the next video.